one day early. And what better way to celebrate than to highlight local artists and landmarks that make mid-Michigan so iconic. And Josh from Bits and Prints joins us right now because he's kind of combined the two. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. 517 Day is one of my favorite days of the year. But first, before we dive into all the things that you've kind of created, talk a little bit about what you love about the 517.
Well, I've lived in the 517 my whole life. I lived half a mile from Big Penny until I was 11, and then moved to Holt, and now I live in Grand Ledge with my wife.
Okay.
So still 517 area.
Yes. Yeah, and then so now you have your roots and you've kind of evolved it, and it's definitely inspired some of your creations.
Yes.
You mentioned you grew up next to Penny, and she's becoming more and more of an icon here.
It's crazy.
In Lansing, of course, we're talking about the bridge that eats so many trucks.
Yes.
Every year.
10 this year so far.
10 this year and counting. So you created a mini version. Talk a little bit about the inspiration. What made you kind of really want to do it?
Well, so I made the Grand Ledge Water Tower, and then my friend Adam was like, have you thought about making Big Penny? And I was like, I'll think about it. That was last summer. And then DJ Trivia asked a question about it the week leading up to Easter, and it became a Google landmark. And I was like, I have to make it now.
Right.
There's so much stuff going on. So by Easter, I had a prototype to bring to my family and get more ideas from them. A couple things changed. The double-sided eyes came from my dad's idea.
Yeah, oh, I love that. And it's kind of a combination of ideas, but still, and the details are absolutely incredible. You actually have like the railroad track on top. So talk a little bit about how long it takes. Obviously, this is with 3D printing. I know we have some pictures and video of all of that as well.
So designing it was a couple days. I don't know the exact hours, but it takes about 8 hours to make one.
Oh, 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I can fit 2 of the bases on one print. That's about 6 hours. And then the color changing takes a while. So like 2 railways takes 4 hours. Just
my goodness.
Even though it's so short,
right?
It has to change colors and not bleed through, so it, doesn't become all brown at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well worth it, because it really is just as iconic as itself. And I love too that you've changed the different eyes and the smiles and the teeth.
You can make so many faces.
Yes. Oh, I love that. And what's kind of been the response? Obviously there was a need for it. Your friend was asking for it. Penny has such an iconic role in the Lansing area.
It's been great. I shared it. I didn't tag anybody. I just wanted to get its own, momentum. Shout out to the Stupid Lansing Facebook page, the Penny Truck Munchin Bridge page, another South Pennsylvania Bridge. Everybody shared it. I had two goals this year: do 12 shows and hit 100 followers on Facebook. I was stuck at like 70. I'm at like 180 now after all the shares. So the response has been great. I've sold 16 or so on my website. I'll have 15 tomorrow at Makerfest.
Okay, awesome. And we had Makerfest earlier on this week, and you're kind of the epitome of that. You kind of create things and imaginate it, but like also find ways to connect with the community. And I think that's exactly what happens at that Makerfest. But you mentioned that you were having other kind of iconic Lansing-ish, 517 items and statues. So one of those has to be, you mentioned the Grand Ledge?
Yep, the Grand Ledge Water Tower. This one's fun. You can open it.
Oh!
I tell kids they can have their report cards in there, but it's all digital now, so it doesn't really work.
But you can put like loose change in there.
Yeah, and then the ornament doesn't open, And then I'm working on the Eastern High School cupola that fell. Somebody reached out that had bought one of my water towers and asked me if I had heard about that. And I said I hadn't. All I knew was they've talked about tearing down Eastern High School for years.
Yeah.
So that one was painted by a friend, and then I have the unpainted version.
Wow.
And I don't know that I'll be able to offer the painted one. That was a lot of work, and I don't want to make it a super expensive item. I want people to get it, and they can paint it if they want.
Yeah.
And everybody will have their own interpretation. It was a hard color to match. That patina is really pretty and just hard to get.
Right. Well, that's what I love, that you have been able to create this with the 3D printer and kind of unlock so many memories for those that live in the 517, which is exactly what we love to have, not just on 517 Day, but year round.
Yes.
We have all your information, of course, how they can get a hold of you, see and follow you, so that you can see what else pops up, because obviously there's so much. We have magnets, other like little fun fidget things as well. You can find all of that, of course, on his website and Facebook page. But thank you so much,
Thank you for having me.
Josh, for being a part of our 517 Day, and keep up the amazing work.
Thank you. I'll do my best.